Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that will unsettle the comfortable and awaken the unprepared. The rapture will not happen how you think. For years, people have imagined a scene pulled from cinema screens, thunder cracking, lightning splitting the skies, crowds vanishing in an instant, and the whole world gasping in shock. But the truth is far more subtle, far more precise, and far more demanding than the stories we've told ourselves. The rapture will not wait for your expectations. It will not unfold as a performance for the world to watch. It will come in ways that most will never see, and only the ready will recognize it. The first test lies in timing. We are a people obsessed with calendars, with predictions, with setting dates and looking for signs. But the rapture does not follow human clocks, and it does not fit into the forecasts of men. It will not wait for your readiness, nor will it announce itself with headlines or warning bells. It will come like a whisper in the middle of life's noise, like a sudden pause in the rhythm of ordinary days. While the world is busy working, laughing, sleeping, and chasing its pleasures, something will shift, and only those awake in spirit will sense it. The timing is unexpected because it is designed to be so. You cannot prepare by calculation. You can only prepare by living in readiness every moment. Those waiting for fireworks may find themselves blinded by their own assumptions, while the prepared, those who live faithfully every day, will recognize the unseen hour. But here is what you must understand. The rapture is not about spectacle, it is about transformation. And that transformation is subtle. Don't look for thunder in the skies. Look for the quiet changes in your heart. Don't expect chaos in the streets. Expect the invisible movements of purpose aligning with destiny. The world will continue as if nothing has happened. People eating, working, sleeping, arguing. Yet within that normalcy, lives will be altered beyond recognition. Those attuned to deeper truths will feel it. They will sense conviction, clarity, urgency that the world dismisses as imagination. The rapture is not meant for the unprepared to see. It is meant for the faithful to experience. And that is why it will be missed by so many. Because when you are waiting for a storm, you will never notice the quiet shift of the wind. The world believes that the rapture is about masses, about numbers, about a visible separation of the chosen from the rest. But it is not. The rapture is about hidden selection. It is not concerned with status, popularity, or influence. It is not impressed by appearances or achievements. It looks inward, into the unseen, into the heart. And that is where the separation occurs, in the hidden life of the soul. The chosen are not always the ones you expect. They are not always the loudest, the most visible, or the most celebrated. Many walk unnoticed, living faithfully in silence, cultivating integrity without applause. These are the ones who are seen. These are the ones who are ready. The rapture does not sweep crowds for the sake of numbers. It selects individuals whose hearts have aligned with truth. And that selection is invisible to the eyes of the world. And then comes the hardest truth of all. The rapture is a test of faith and patience. The impatient will not endure. The ones who demand signs and spectacle will not last. For the test is not in the extraordinary, but in the ordinary. It is in the choices you make every day, when no one is watching, when no one is applauding, when there is no confirmation that you are on the right path. It is in the long silence of waiting, when faith must be stronger than sight, when patience must carry you through seasons of doubt. Anyone can believe when the sky splits open, but few can believe when nothing seems to change. Yet that is the true measure of readiness. Those who endure in silence, those who walk faithfully without reward, those who trust when there is nothing to see, these are the ones who pass the test. Most people imagine the rapture as a sudden, cataclysmic event, a day marked by flashes of lightning, blaring trumpets, and the world's attention riveted to the heavens. They picture streets emptying in an instant, crowds vanishing, and chaos erupting everywhere. But the truth is far from what our imaginations have painted. The rapture won't follow the rules of human expectation. It will not wait for a convenient moment, and it will not arrive with the fanfare that the world desires. Instead, it will come quietly, almost imperceptibly, in a moment when no one is looking, when the world is busy chasing ordinary life, when people are distracted by their daily routines and endless distractions. Timing is the first test, and it is where most falter. We live in a world obsessed with schedules, calendars, and forecasts. Every event is anticipated, measured, and predicted. Yet, the rapture does not belong to the human timetable. It will not come because we are ready, and it will not announce itself because the world is watching. It will arrive like a whisper, a subtle change in the wind, a moment that seems ordinary but carries consequences beyond comprehension. Those who have studied signs, who have waited anxiously for a specific day or hour, may find themselves unprepared because the timing is never in their control. Preparation is not about predicting. It is about living in readiness, attuning the heart to notice what most people overlook. Imagine a world going about its business as usual. Offices filled with people glued to screens, children playing without concern for tomorrow, leaders making decisions without foresight, and ordinary people rushing through lives without pause. In that world, the rapture may come not with a trumpet, but with a silent separation. Lives may change in ways invisible to the untrained eye. The transformation will not be televised. The moment will not trend on social media. It will happen in private, where choices are made, where faith is exercised, and where readiness is tested. Those who expect spectacle will miss it, for they are looking for noise and drama, while the real movement occurs quietly, deliberately, and with perfect timing that only the divine knows. The unpredictability of timing is also a test of awareness. Humans are conditioned to look for signs that fit their understanding. They expect events to happen logically, sequentially, and publicly. But the rapture defies human logic. It is not a story of chaos for the world to witness. It is a personal journey of discernment for those who are attentive. The moment may come during routine chores, during moments of ordinary work, or even in the stillness of reflection. The world will not notice because it is not designed for the unprepared to see. Only those attuned to deeper truths will recognize the significance, the subtle shift that marks the beginning of a transformative event. And yet, even in this subtlety lies a profound call to action. Waiting for a grand spectacle leads to distraction, fear, and misplaced focus. Watching the skies, counting days on a calendar, or speculating on signs becomes a futile exercise. True readiness lies in living as though the rapture could come today, in nurturing your character, your faith, and your awareness of what is truly important. The timing may surprise the world, but it will never surprise the prepared. Those who live with intentionality, who cultivate vigilance and spiritual sensitivity, will recognize the moment not by its external drama, but by the inner confirmation that they are aligned with what is coming. So, let us abandon the idea that preparation is about predicting the hour or waiting for extraordinary signs. The rapture's timing is hidden, unannounced, and beyond human control. It will arrive when the world believes life is ordinary, when routines seem mundane, and when attention is diverted elsewhere. And in that quiet, unexpected moment, the prepared will stand ready, aware that the greatest event is not in what is seen, but in what is recognized by hearts attuned to truth. The world may never understand, but those who are ready will know, and that knowing will make all the difference. Most people expect the rapture to be a spectacle of extraordinary proportions, but the truth is far more subtle, far more hidden in plain sight. It is not in the thunder of trumpets or the flash of lights that the rapture will reveal itself. It is in the quiet, almost imperceptible shifts that occur in hearts and in the spiritual atmosphere surrounding humanity. The world will continue as it always does, people rushing to work, children playing, leaders making decisions, and lives unfolding in ordinary routines. And yet, beneath this seeming normalcy, a transformation begins, one that is invisible to the casual observer, but profoundly real for those who are prepared to see. This transformation is not about mass visibility. It is not something that the entire world will acknowledge. It is personal, intimate, and deeply spiritual. It occurs in those who have cultivated awareness, who have trained their hearts to recognize subtle shifts and quiet movements that others dismiss. While some look for dramatic displays in the sky, the transformation may manifest in something as ordinary as a sudden clarity of thought, a heightened sense of purpose, or an unexplainable peace in moments of chaos. The world remains oblivious, but those undergoing the change feel it deeply, unmistakably. It is the unseen work that signals the rapture, not the public spectacle. The subtle transformation is also a test. Humanity is conditioned to seek evidence, to rely on sight, sound, and touch to validate experiences. Yet, the rapture challenges this reliance. It operates in a realm where proof is not physical, where reality is recognized through intuition, spiritual discernment, and quiet awareness. Those who are prepared will notice the signs in their own lives, small coincidences, moments of alignment, feelings of conviction or warning that seem to come from nowhere. The unprepared, however, may dismiss these signs entirely, attributing them to chance or imagination. The transformation is hidden in plain sight, and only the spiritually attentive will recognize its presence. Consider how easily humanity misses what is subtle. People are distracted, preoccupied, and overwhelmed by the noise of everyday life. They look for extraordinary events, loud and undeniable, to confirm what they already hope to believe. The rapture will not conform to these expectations. Its movement is quiet, deliberate, and precise. Those who are sensitive to it will sense a shift in themselves long before the world even notices. They may find a sudden urgency to correct wrongs, a compulsion to seek truth, or an increased awareness of moral and spiritual realities. These changes are invisible externally, but profoundly real internally. The transformation is also selective. It does not sweep across the globe indiscriminately. It touches those who have opened their hearts, who have cultivated patience, integrity, and spiritual discipline. It may pass unnoticed by those consumed by worldly distractions, but those attuned to deeper truths will experience a profound awakening. Their perspective changes, their priorities shift. The world around them continues as normal, but they are no longer the same. This subtle transformation, therefore, becomes both a marker and a test. It reveals who is prepared and who is not, without fanfare, without public acknowledgement, without the need for validation from others. This is why expectation can be dangerous. Many people are waiting for the dramatic, for the unmistakable, for a moment they can point to and say, "This is it." But the rapture is not about drama. It is about transformation, and transformation is almost always quiet, invisible, and personal. To recognize it requires patience, awareness, and a willingness to look beyond appearances. The world may never know what is happening, but those who are ready will experience a profound shift within themselves. They will sense a call to readiness, a signal to align with purpose, and a quiet confirmation that they are on the right path. The subtle transformation is the true measure of preparedness. It is not in external chaos, but in internal clarity. It is not in visible displays, but in invisible alignment. Those who miss the subtle signs may find themselves unprepared when the moment arrives, while those who recognize and embrace the quiet transformation will be ready to move forward with certainty and faith. The rapture will not happen as most expect. It will happen in ways that the unprepared cannot see. And in this quiet, profound, and invisible work, the chosen are revealed, the prepared are awakened, and the world continues on, largely unaware, as destinies are quietly fulfilled. When people think of the rapture, they often imagine a massive event where the chosen are swept away in a dramatic display for the entire world to witness. They picture numbers, crowds, and spectacle, assuming that selection happens visibly, unmistakably, and universally. But the truth is far different. The rapture is not about what the world sees. It is about who is chosen, and that choice is quiet, precise, and hidden from the eyes of the masses. It is not a test of popularity, status, or visibility. It is a test of alignment, of readiness, and of the heart's condition. The hidden selection does not announce itself with fanfare, and it does not conform to human expectations. It is deliberate, intentional, and deeply personal. Selection is not about numbers or mass acknowledgement. It is about individuals, each with their own journey, each with their own readiness. The world may never notice, and most people will remain oblivious, assuming that everyone experiences the rapture the same way. But the reality is different. The divine process does not require public validation, and it does not depend on spectacle. It looks at hearts, at integrity, at faith exercised in private, and at the consistency of character when no one is watching. The hidden selection is not democratic or random. It is purposeful. Those who are chosen for reasons the world cannot understand, and at times the world cannot see. The hidden selection also reveals itself through preparation, not expectation. Many people wait for a public sign, a visible demonstration or confirmation from the world around them. They hope to be included based on visibility, influence, or external achievement. But the selection process bypasses all of these external markers. It does not look at what the world values. It looks at what the divine values. It is a call to the inward journey, a challenge to cultivate integrity, faith, and spiritual awareness in everyday life. The selection is hidden precisely because it tests what matters most: heart, dedication, and readiness, without interference from outside validation. Furthermore, the hidden selection is a lesson in humility. It reminds us that preparation is personal and invisible. It does not reward showmanship, power, or public display. Those who are chosen may go unnoticed, blending into the ordinary world while carrying a readiness that cannot be measured by human standards. The world judges by appearances, by influence, by numbers. The hidden selection judges by alignment, spiritual clarity, and the quiet readiness of the heart. It is a call to focus not on impressing others, but on nurturing one's own character and faith. This selection is also selective in timing. It does not sweep everyone away at once, nor does it operate according to human expectation. It reaches into lives at moments when preparation meets opportunity, when hearts are attuned to truth, and when readiness is complete. Some may recognize it immediately, some may only realize it in hindsight, and some may miss it entirely. but the choice is deliberate. It is a quiet, intentional process, ensuring that those who are ready are moved forward, even if the world around them is blind to it. The hidden selection underscores the reality that the rapture is not a spectacle for the unprepared. It is not about crowds, news coverage, or social media attention. It is about the invisible, the quiet, and the personally aligned. Those who are prepared may appear ordinary to the world, but inwardly they carry the confirmation of readiness. They have listened to the subtle call, they have walked the path quietly, and they have aligned themselves with what is coming. This is the true measure of selection, not visibility, not recognition, but alignment with purpose and readiness of heart. Ultimately, the hidden selection is a reminder that readiness is personal and preparation is silent. It challenges expectations, bypasses human judgment, and operates in ways that the world cannot see. While some wait for dramatic displays, those who are truly ready will already be in position. They will recognize the subtle confirmations, embrace the quiet signs, and move forward with certainty. The world may never understand, but those chosen will know, and that knowing is more powerful than any spectacle the world could imagine. Expectation can be a dangerous thing. When people hear about the rapture, they often imagine a sudden, dramatic event, a moment so spectacular that it requires no understanding, no preparation, no internal strength. They anticipate a moment when everything will be revealed in bright flashes and loud sounds, when the world will pause and the chosen will rise visibly above the rest. But the rapture is not about spectacle. It is about endurance, faith, and patience. The real test is not in the extraordinary. It is in the ordinary. It is in how you live when the world sees nothing, in the choices you make when there is no applause, no recognition, and no immediate reward. This is where preparation meets reality. Life is full of distractions, temptations, and endless noise. Every day, we are bombarded with events that demand attention, decisions that pull us in conflicting directions, and pressures that challenge our integrity. It is in these moments, the mundane, the ordinary, the repetitive, that faith is tested. Waiting for a dramatic sign blinds us to the true work that needs to be done. Waiting for the world to confirm what we already suspect can lull us into complacency. The test of faith is not about seeing, it is about believing. It is about trusting in what cannot yet be seen, in what is not yet acknowledged, in what the world will dismiss as irrelevant or insignificant. Patience is perhaps the hardest part of the test. People want results now. They want confirmation, validation, and immediate signs, but the rapture operates on a timeline that defies human desire. It comes when readiness has been established, when hearts are aligned, when integrity has been proven through quiet, consistent action. Waiting does not mean doing nothing. It means cultivating awareness, nurturing strength, and exercising faith, even when the world does not provide immediate feedback. Those who are impatient, who demand spectacle, or who grow weary when signs are not visible, risk missing the very moments that test and prepare them for what is coming. The test is ongoing. It is not a single event, a one-time trial, or a challenge that can be completed quickly. It is embedded in every aspect of life. Every day offers a new opportunity to demonstrate patience, to choose faith over fear, to act with integrity when convenience or desire would encourage compromise. The rapture is not a distant, isolated moment. It is woven into the rhythm of everyday existence. Those who understand this are not waiting idly. They are sharpening their hearts, training their spirits, and preparing to recognize the subtle shifts when the time comes. Faith under pressure is the ultimate marker of readiness. When life is easy, when circumstances are favorable, anyone can feel faithful. But the true test comes when challenges mount, when fear threatens to dominate, when society pressures compromise, and when the world offers no reassurance. This is when patience matters most. The rapture is not about rescuing those who demand signs or who act only when conditions are perfect. It is about recognizing those who maintain faith despite uncertainty, who remain steadfast in their beliefs despite difficulty, who endure quietly while the world rushes past. The subtlety of the rapture's arrival intensifies this test. There will be no fireworks for most, no public acknowledgement for many. The world will continue unaware, indifferent, skeptical, and yet those who have cultivated patience and unwavering faith will be ready. They will recognize the signs, interpret the subtle cues, and respond with the precision and clarity that comes from years of quiet preparation. Waiting is not passive. It is an active, demanding, and often invisible discipline that reveals who is truly aligned with what is coming. Moreover, the test of faith and patience is deeply personal. It is not about comparison, competition, or validation from others. Each person's journey is unique, each challenge is tailored, and each moment of preparation is individual. The rapture is not concerned with how others perceive your progress. It is concerned with the alignment of your heart, the strength of your resolve, and your ability to endure unseen trials with unwavering commitment. Those who pass this test quietly, without fanfare, will be the ones who are recognized when the subtle shifts begin to manifest in reality. In the end, the test of faith and patience teaches an essential truth. The rapture is not for the impatient, the superficial, or the easily distracted. It is for those who live with intention, who cultivate quiet strength, and who maintain trust in what cannot yet be seen. It is for those who understand that true preparation is forged in the mundane, in the ordinary, and in the moments that pass unnoticed by the world. When the moment comes, it will not surprise the prepared, because they have already endured, already believed, and already waited faithfully. Their readiness is invisible, their endurance is silent, and their faith is unwavering. The world may continue unaware, but those who have passed the test will be ready to step into what is coming, fully aligned, fully prepared, and fully aware that the greatest challenges are often the quietest, the tests most profound, and the victories most hidden.